Good evening to all. Welcome you all to the daily current affairs session brought to you by Ganesh IAS Academy for the date 13th as well as 14th July 2023, uh, which came in Indian Express newspaper. So let's get straight into the Indian Express news. First is that the June retail inflation rises to 3-month high on costlier food. The index of industrial production up by 5.2 in May. This is what. So, as usual, we will get into the content of the news. What the news has mentioned is the retail inflation rose to 3 months high, which was slightly on a declining mode since February 2023, on account of high food inflation, especially those of cereals as well as pulses. Second is India's factory output has risen through a 3 months high because of pickup in manufacturing as well as the mining output. Why this two sectors, that is manufacturing as well as mining output has picked up, is because of the post COVID as well as post post COVID government has made some more investment in terms of capital. So as a result of which there was pickup in activity related to manufacturing as well as mining. So this in turn led to India's factory output grew to 3 months high of 5.2%. This is what the content of the news is related to. Okay, let's look into the consumer price index itself, which was look into the detail of consumer price index, which was mentioned in the news. National Statistical Office under Ministry of Statistics as well as Program Implementation will be releasing the CPI for rural, CPI for urban as well as CPI of both combined. These three index will be released by National Statistics Office. And CPI is the measure of change in the price level of basket of consumer goods. It has certain basket of consumer goods and services bought by household. Its base year is 2011 and 12. Initially, first it was 2004 to 5. Now it was changed to 2011-12. The weightage, the basket, it contains a certain basket of goods, and the weightage given to the basket of goods are the food and beverages are given 45.86%. Housing has been given 10.07%. Fuel and light has been given 6.84%. Clothing and footwear has been given 6.53%. And then pawn, tobacco and intoxicants are given 2.38%. Some miscellaneous activities are given which do not comes under these categories or will be considered as miscellaneous categories, and they are given as 28.32%. They are given weightage of 28.32%. Among them, we could be able to see that food and beverages have been given higher weightages. Because of higher proportional weightage, there has been if there is little bit impact or a certain surge in the prices of food as well as beverages means there will be correspondingly the increase in the consumer price index will occur, as a result of which the inflation rate will be getting boosted according to the boost of CPI, consumer price index. So this is what the details of consumer price index mean. So about industrial index of industrial production index. IIP is an indicator that measures change in the volume of production of industrial products during a given period. It is compiled and published monthly by the National Statistical Office under Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. It comprises it is a composite indicator that measures growth rate of industries classified under both broad sector as well as used based sector. And under broad sector, there are three. The sectors are broadly classified into mining, manufacturing, and electricity. And in the case of used based sector, it has been classified into goods based industries, capital goods, and intermediate goods industries. Among them, there are 8 core sectors which carries some 40.27% of weightage, 40.27% of weightage apart from the other sectors which are part of these two broad based as well as use based sectors. In these 8 core sectors, the weightage has been divided proportionally according to their importance. First is refinery products have been given 28.04%. Second, electricity. Third is steel industry. Fourth is coal industry. Fifth is crude oil industry. Sixth is natural gas industry. Seventh is cement industry. And eighth is fertilizer industry. This is the order of declining percentage, descending percentage. So this order of descending percentage we have to remember because it could be asked in prelims. And also the what are all the things I have circled or underlined are important for prelims aspect, and this data could also be mentioned in the GS3 economics papers also. So this is what the news related to IIP is. So since the sectors like manufacturing as well as the mining sectors has picked up this production because of the heavy capital investment by the government as after post COVID scenario, because the economy was very dull. There has not been the private expenditure has been reduced, as a result of which government needs to come forward and they have been investing in heavily in the capital side. As a result of which now we are seeing some pumping up in private investment, particularly in manufacturing as well as mining industry. So what does this capital expenditure mean? Capital expenditure is defined by the union government is money that is spent on acquisition of assets such as land, building, machinery and equipment as well as stock investment. Simpler சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா a thing when we are putting some money or making some expenditure means we will be getting back some amount either in the form of periodic returns or in the form of bulk amount while disposing of the particular asset which we are buying while doing the expenditure. So this is what is called capital expenditure is about. And there is another thing called effective expenditure. What does this mean? Yes. Sometimes apart from the capital expenditure which we have seen above, central government will give some granting aid to the state government. This grant will be used by in some cases these grants will be used by state government to invest in the capital asset. Such kind of investment by the state government through the money given by the center is called as through the money given by the center along with the normal capital expenditure made by the union government is called effective capital expenditure. This is what the details of the news relates to. So what we needed to study further is we have to know about wholesale price index, and also we have to know about GDP, GNP, NDP, NNP, and what does national income mean also. So third is since we have seen about capital expenditure, we have also need to see What does revenue receipts means? What does revenue expenditure means? What does capital receipts means? What are all the constituents which constitutes revenue receipts as well as capital expenditure? Revenue receipts and as well as revenue expenditure according to Indian budget. So these are all the things which we needed to see, and also fourthly we needed to see what are the different types. Since we have seen about inflation, we have to see about different types of inflation that is present in an economy. And also we have to know about the cycles of economic cycle, simply called as economic cycle. These are all the things which we needed to see apart from the details of the news which I have seen above. Center orders distribution of tomato at reduced price. So the content of the news is center decided to purchase tomato from mandi and distribute at lower cost price to place where tomato demand is very high through their retail store. As we all know, there has been huge increase in the tomato price because of glut in the supply, and also there are glitch in the or what to say some effect because of the monsoon and the related effect. There has been அந்த சப்ளை செயின் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா ஒரு விதமான தடையை எதிர்நோக்கி இருக்கு, தடையை எதிர்கொண்டுட்டு இருக்கு. As a result of which the price has been increased suddenly. And there are also some cases where hoarding is also taking place because they wanted to create some traders wanted to create some artificial demand, artificial price rise, so that they could able to sell the tomato at best price. Tomato is produced almost in all state in India. This is almost in all state. In all the state, according to varying quantities, a tomato has been produced. A maximum production is taking place in southern as well as western region because government center has decided to purchase the tomato from Maharashtra, Karnataka as well as Andhra. So we could be able to say that there southern as well as western state. Why? Because they wanted to take the surplus tomato available in this particular region to the region which is facing deficit in tomato. So maximum production state is southern as well as western region because they combinedly constitute 56 to 58% of all India production. So the government is doing this purchase as well as distribution activity through two agencies. First is National Agriculture Cooperation Marketing Federation, NAFED. So what does this NAFED means? NAFED was established on 1958 and it is registered under multi-state Cooperative Society Act. It has been headquarters and in Delhi. It has its objective why it was set up is to promote cooperative marketing of agriculture produce to benefit the farmers. They wanted to promote cooperative marketing. Agriculture farmers are the main members of NAFED, so that they could able to have a say in the decisions of the NAFED, which directly impacts the life of farmers itself. So they wanted to the prime objective which was why it was started is because of the promotion of cooperative marketing of agriculture produce. And another institution through which the government is going to purchase the tomato is National Cooperative Consumer Federation. It was again established in 1965 under Multi-State Cooperative Society Acts. It is headquartered in Delhi. It is the apex body. Why it has been created is to promote consumer cooperatives in the countries. Apex body of consumer cooperative. Certain things which directly affects the consumers, like milk, and day to day, the items which is used by us per day in our day to day means. Such items will be given to us by farmers and other sectors. Such sectors will be having some cooperatives like setup. The NCCF acts as a regulating body of those cooperatives, which direct effect on the consumers. So how they will be acting as a regulator is through they will be monitoring whether the cooperative is functioning according to the rules and regulations, and it is very transparent or not, and the democratic means of the democratic process of the cooperatives has been established or not. They will be looking into those aspects. And this is what the content of the news is related to. Oh, 1 minute. Okay. So since the news revolves around tomato, we have to know about the tomato itself. Tomato can be grown on wide range of soils from sandy to heavy clay. Tomato is warm season crop, and the best fruit color and quality is obtained only at a temperature range between 21 to 24 degrees Celsius. Temperatures above 32 degrees Celsius will have adverse effect on the fruit set as well as its development. The plants cannot withstand frost as well as high humidity. It requires low to medium rainfall, bright sunshine at the time of fruiting, so that it could able to develop into red colored fruit, that is matured fruit. A temperature below 10 degrees Celsius will also have some adverse impact on its matured growth. These are all the things which we needed to look into as a result of the look into the details of the news. So what we needed to study further is we have to know about what is the price stabilization fund which is being implemented by government to harness as well as prevent the excessive wastage of the perishable goods, and also the minimum support price, that is and also the minimum support price for the perishable groups. This is the objective under which the price stabilization fund was created, and there are certain other components which we also needed to know. So we have to know about what is MSP, procurement price, and also we have to know about the CPDS system and Carif as well as rabbit traps in India. What is the difference between them? Raging conflict, displacing displaces over 3.1 million according to UN. As we all know, there has been a conflict between the Sudan military as well as the parliamentarian forces in the country. As according to UN, what the report given by the UN is mentioned is there has been a migration related because of there has been a migration of the amount of 3.1 million of people, and which includes 70,000 people who fled to the neighboring countries because of the effect of civil war. So what the UN report has said is this conflict is sliding to into full-fledged civil war. A situation has arisen this conflict will be leading to a full-fledged civil war. This is the conclusion of the UN report related to the Sudan crisis. As I said, the conflict is taking between military as well as military and the rival parliament support force, equipped into open fighting in the capital Khartoum. This is the capital of Sudan. We have to make a note of these places also. Whenever there is as I have said in the previous classes itself, whenever there has been the news related to war, surely we must have to make a note of it. And particularly whenever there is a war or conflict or natural kind of disaster that is taking place in African region, we have to know one step deeper into the news itself, because India is having certain interest in the Africa. So we have to know about the Sudan itself. Since the news revolves around Sudan conflict, we have to know about the Sudan. Sudan is located in the Northeast Africa, and it is the third largest African nation. Sudan borders Egypt, Chad, Libya, South Sudan, Central African Republic, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. This is some preliminary fact we have to know about it. And it is located in strategic location because it borders with Red Sea, a major trade route for most of the country, which carries their trade products through this route to sea only. Darfur is the some conflict-ridden region in the western part of the Sudan. Why the Darfur region is given importance is it is approximately at the size of Spain. There has been a conflict going on for years and years together in the Darfur region, that is western part of the Sudan, because of conflict between the Arabs as well as some native Africans. And why this Darfur region has been in news is this conflict between the military as well as parliamentary rapid support force is now entering into the Darfur region, which is already in the conflicted zone only. So this might worsen the situation of the region peoples present in those regions. So this is what the Sudan is related to. So what we needed to study further related to the news is we have to know about Operation Kaveri. It is the operation conducted by Government of India to evacuate the people who are stuck in the Sudan because of the conflict. So we have to know about the Operation Kaveri, what kind of flight has been taken into it to evacuate the Indian citizen, those who have been struck in the Sudan, and who was the implementing authority, whether it is army or NDMA, that is National Disaster Management Force, or it is Prime Minister office, or everyone combined. We have to know. Since Sudan is the capital Khartoum, the capital of Sudan, has been formed because of the merger of White Nile as well as Blue Nile, which is the tributary of River Nile. So we have to know about the River Nile itself, which is the major reason for creating Egypt. And since we have to know about the map of Red Sea and its geography, because Sudan borders with major strategic route, that is Red Sea. And also we have to know about what are the essential mineral resources that is available in Sudan, which is helpful for the whole world. So, and why many countries wanted to have some share in the African politics, particularly in the Sudan politics. We have to know about it also because of the mineral resource that is present in the region. So we have to know about the mineral resources of the Sudan itself. As we all know, Prime Minister of India has visited India, France to participate in the Bastille Day Parade, that is National Day Parade of uh, France. And why this event is being given importance is this year it marks the 25th year of India's French strategic relationship. So we have to know about India-France strategic relationship itself. In 1998, the relationship between India and France took a new turn when both countries entered into a strategic relationship. That is, France actually supported India's nuclear test, Pokhran, which was held during those times. They understood our security need and why we needed nuclear. So they understood and they supported India in the nuclear test of Pokhran, and they haven't imposed any kind of sanction on India. From then onwards, France has been France from that time only. France has signed India with a strategic partnership deal by supporting the Pokhran testing. The three principal pillars are defense cooperation, space cooperation, as well as civil nuclear cooperation, which was signed during 2008. The commonality in the relationship is that both the countries support multipolar world led by democracy, and France supports India at UN reforms, fighting climate change, as well as combating terrorism, where India has been very highly affected because of three because of the particular these reasons, combating terrorism. And France is also supporting India in all the causes that India is taking in the UN in relation to the three main causes. France support was instrumental in India's accession to Wassenaar Agreement, missile technology control regime, as well as Australian. So we have to know about India's France defense cooperation. An agreement for building 6 Scorpion submarines under Project 75 in India with French help was signed in 2005. And technology sharing, acquisition, and of short-range missiles as well as radar equipments are controlled. Joint exercise between the both countries. That is, in case of Air Force, it is Garuda series. In case of Army, it is Shakti series, which was is instituted during 2003 as well as and 2011 respectively. The government-to-government agreement of 38 Rafale aircraft has taken place. The ambitious offset target of 50% properly implemented can help in building India's budding aerospace industries. So we have to know about what this offset target means. India France jointly formed international solar alliances. During 2015, after Paris deal, India formed 2000 international solar alliance because as we all know, India is rightly present in tropical region, which is very well suited for production of solar power, and they both wanted to make a global transition very smoother from fossil to non-fossil fuel economy. This is the reason why International Solar Alliance has been formed, because we could we can able to gather some ideas, technologies through these groups, and we also could able to share the ideas, technologies, and so on and so forth through these groups which require. Space. ISROs and French Space Agency (CNES) have conducted joint research program and satellite launches. Example: Trishna satellite and Meha tropics. These are the examples of India as well as French Space Agency joint research as well as satellite launches. Space Agency of India and France inked an agreement for cooperation for countries for India first human space mission, that is Gaganyaan. Though this is what the holistic cooperation of the India France strategic relationship relates to these two. Since Prime Minister has been invited to Bastille Day parade, we have to know about what is this Bastille Day parade means. The National Day of France, also known as Bastille Day, is held on July 14th every year. July 14th is the anniversary of storming of the infamous Bastille prison in 1789, a turning point for the success of French Revolution. This is the reason why the date is celebrated as National Day of France, because of the success of the event which led to the success of the French Revolution. It is also one of the oldest regular military parades in the world. One minute. This Bastille prison, why it was stormed by the people is this prison has been seen as the symbol of monarchy, and it is seen as a symbol of suppression by the center, suppression of the center by the people, on the people, suppression on the people. So the most importantly, the revolutionaries stormed the prison and they evacuated the seven important individual common people, and they set the whole prison to the fire. This is the thing which led to a revolution in the French, and we all know about the history of the French Revolution after the battle storming of the prison. This event, which led to the rise of French Revolution, is celebrated every year as National Day of France. So this is what the news is related to about the Bastille Day. So what we needed to study is we have to know about international solar alliances. Who are all the members, and what is the source of fund, and what is the what is the advantages of India being the founding member of ISA, and what India can do to the other peoples, those who have been members of the ISA. And since India right now has signed a deal, Defense Acquisition Council has accepted to procure some Rafale jets recently, today only. And we are sure should know about Scorpion submarine, which we have seen in the day before yesterday's news. yesterday news only or day before yesterday. Within one of the last 2 days, we have seen about Scorpion submarine. So you could able to go back and see the previous current affairs session so that you could able to know about the Scorpion submarine. And we have to third is about Gaganyaan mission. Since both the countries have signed some technological cooperation to have the France has accepted to provide help for the India's first human space mission. And we have to know about AUKUS, the Australia, UK as well as US. We all know the why we have to study AUKUS where France is not being member is Australia has signed a deal with France to purchase some nuclear submarine. By joining this AUKUS member, it led to அந்த டீல் வந்து ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக முறிவுக்கு வந்துடுச்சு. The joining of Australia in this AUKUS group was not informed by the Australia to the France. So this created some anger to the France. Right now, if France is searching some alternative to sell the nuclear submarine in the Asian region, and India is having some negotiation with the France to purchase the nuclear submarine in West Indies. This is what the news is going around. So since the AUKUS relates to the somewhere it is related to France, we have to know about AUKUS itself, and also we have to know about the Indo-French year of environment and what are all the other areas apart from the climate change. These both countries are converging related to ecosystem, related to biodiversity, and so on and so forth. What are the other areas? We have to know. Home Minister in the recently held conference of cyber security in G20 has said that the most every country need to come out of their geographical boundary to fight against the cyber incidents that is ranging from ransom attack to harassment, fake news, disinformation campaign that is held in the cyberspace. So the countries need to come out of their geographical boundaries to attack to come down heavily on against this kind of cyber illegal activities that is taking place, because cyber space doesn't have any kind of boundaries. So we have to know about the cyber security. What the cyber security according to the definition of Government of India means. Cyber security refers to protecting cyberspace, including critical infrastructure, critical information infrastructure from attack, damage, misuse, and economic espionage. Cyber framework in India. National Cyber Coordination Center is created to scan internet traffic coming into the country and provide real-time situational awareness and alert the various security agencies if there is any kind of suspicious traffic that is taking place in the cyberspace. Second is National Informatics Center. The National Informatics Center is an attached office under MeitY, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. The NIC provides infrastructure to help support the delivery of government IT services and the delivery of some of the initial initiatives of Digital India. Formation of Defense Cyber Agency, military cyber security under Ministry of Defense, which is focuses on the safety and security of cyberspace in relation to the military. And another is National Critical Infrastructure Protection Center, another body to battle cyber security threats in strategic areas such as air control, nuclear, as well as space. It will function under the National Technical Research Organization, a technical intelligence wing under controlled directly by the National Security Advisor in the PMO. So third, another is Indian Computer and Emergency Response Team, that is CERT in short form, to enhance the security of India's communication and information infrastructure through proactive and effective collaboration. The another thing is CERT-FIN, that is any cyber issues that is happening across the financial sector. To its function is same to the CERT in function. Government's inaugurated the new body of National Information Center Computer Energy Response Team, that is NIC CERT, to prevent and predict cyber attacks on the government utilities, especially focused on government utilities. Computer Emergency Response Team of National Informatics Center. Cyber Surakshi Bharat initiative of MIT in collaboration with National E-Governance Division to build a cyber resilient IT information technology center. These are all the initiatives or framework that is available in India to protect the cyber from any kind of illegal activities, so that you don't have any kind of negative impact on people. What are all the legislative measures that has been taken by Parliament to prevent the cyber related issues that is happening around the world, India, particularly India? First is Information Technology Act 2000, and then National Cyber Security Policy 2013. These are all the legislative measures taken by the Parliament as well as Government of India to prevent the illegal use of cyberspace. What are all the international conventions that is available to prevent the cyber, to keep the cyberspace safest? Budapest Convention of Cybercrime 2000. It deals with issues such as infringement of copyright, computer-related frauds, child porn, and violation of network security. Second is Global Center for Cybersecurity. It is an initiative of World Economic Forum, aims to establish the first global platform for government, business, expert, and law enforcement agency to collaborate on cybersecurity challenges and to develop a comprehensive regulatory mechanism. And third is Commonwealth Cyber Declaration, which taken place at Commonwealth Summit 2018. A cyberspace that supports economic as well as social development and human rights. So there won't be any kind of abuse of human rights, and there were no place for the economic as well as social anti-developments. These are all the things, and again there are certain things which we needed to know. Paris call. At UNESCO Internet Governance Forum meeting held in Paris, a call for trust and security in the cyberspace was commenced. It aims at developing common principle for securing cyberspace. Again, these are all the international convention that is available to make the cyberspace safe, so that the social, economic, and human rights are respected as well as enhanced. So what are the other things which we needed to study is, what are all these cyber attacks? What are the different types of cyber attacks that is present? And we also should know about the Sreya Singhal vs Union of India case related to IT Act 2000, which is again related to cyber security. Third is Puttaswamy case, a case related to privacy. We have to know about it. Since it is a case related to privacy, we have to know about Aadhaar Jam Trinity, that is Jandan, Aadhaar as well as Mobile Trinity, and cyber safety initiatives introduced by the RBI. So these are all the important news which appeared in the newspaper. So let's get into the UPSC previous year prelims questions that was asked in relation to the news which appeared today. First is, consider the statement, Bidibidi is a large refuge settlement in northwestern Kenya. Some people who fled from South Sudan civil war live in Bidibidi. Some people who fled from civil war in Somalia live in Dadaab refugee complex. The first statement is wrong. Why? Because The Bidi settlement, Bidi refugee camp, is being located in Sudan itself. So if it is Sudan means it is not northwestern Kenya. It is northeastern part of Africa, that is Sudan. So the first statement is wrong. Second is some people fled from South Sudan civil war live in Bidi. Correct. Some people who fled from civil war in Somalia live in Dadaab refugee complex in Kenya. Correct. So the answer state is C, option 2 and 3 only. The term WannaCry, Petaya, and Eternal Brew, sometimes mentioned in the news recently, are related to cyber attacks. And another is UPSC mains question. So, what are the different elements of cybersecurity? Keeping in view the challenges in cybersecurity, examine the extent to which the India has successfully developed a comprehensive national cybersecurity strategy. 15 marks. The point which we have discussed in the above slides related to the cybersecurity framework available in India could be easily provided for this answer also. If there is any, I want the students please do comment the answer point for the question which we are seeing right now in the board, so that it could be very useful for the everyone to the so that sharing as well as exchange of viewpoints could take place. So this is the thing. Please do comment the answer point for this question. So thank you, students. Please do comment, subscribe, share, as well as like the YouTube Ganesh IAS YouTube channel, so that you could able to receive the notification related to daily current affair video, as well as the any other important video being posted by Ganesh IAS in the Ganesh IAS YouTube channel. Thank you.